welcome to the Learning Ladder. I thought I'd do my decade recap, if you like, sort of like my highs and lows and goals for the future, for the next decade. I thought it'd be interesting because I did touch on it slightly in my last video. I mentioned I had my word of the year was learn, and I was wanting to continue with that and develop with that this year. So I thought, why not? Why don't I just lay out everything of what sorry, let me just get Quinn. She wants to say hi. She's tearing at my leg. There we go. So I've got the snake. That'll keep it distracted for a minute. So yeah, I just thought I would put it in a video because then it'll hold me accountable. I can look back on it. And did you do it? Good job. It keeps you accountable. You can look back and think, well, I said I was going to do this. Did I actually do it or not? And yes, you can write it down and everything else, but I think there's just something about having a video of it that makes it more important to do. And also to celebrate things that I have achieved and things that I'd like to improve, because there are many. Okay, so let's just think about the last decade. So I got married in the last decade. I married my first boyfriend. Laugh if you like, but you know, I did. I had my daughter, my beautiful baby girl, which it was definitely the highlight, the best thing that happened in the last decade by far. We had to have IVF because my husband had male factor infertility, and it worked first time, and I was so blessed to have my beautiful baby girl. So definitely that was my top highlight. I also wrote and self-published 3 books, which was huge. I've always lacked confidence in myself, my abilities and everything else, and to actually put yourself out there is huge. I've always wrote from a very young age, and it's always something I've loved. Are the most amazing books? No. But I wrote for a specific market in mind at the time when I wrote them, and I think they serve that purpose well. Do I have intentions and plans to write more and better? Definitely. But you know, it's still an achievement. You know, the time and dedication that I put into them, and I didn't give up. I carried on, I pushed through 3 books. You know, that's a huge achievement, and whether you like them or hate them, I still think that I should give myself credit for actually sitting down and doing it and not giving up, which is very easy to do, especially when you're writing. What else? I have been raising my daughter, who is amazing. She is developing tremendously in every way possible, as she should, and she's just a blessing. We've homeschooled, which has just been an amazing experience and journey. And anything else? Oh, we moved and we got onto the property ladder, but it's not as much as I would like because it's only shared ownership. But you know, it's still a stepping stone, isn't it, at the end of the day? So, but shared ownership is where you own half of the property, or however much percentage you can put in at that time, and then someone else owns the other. In our case, it's a housing association owns the other half. So we got onto the property ladder. So those are all the highs. The main low, I guess, would be obviously losing our second. We had a miscarriage after we did our second round of IVF. So that's probably the low of the last decade. And then some other little bits here and there, which obviously weren't fun, but you know, I'm not going to go into that because this video would be hours long. But yeah, those are the highs of the last decade and a couple of the lows. And in terms of what I'm wanting to achieve from the next decade, oh, and I completely forgot to mention, which is terrible, 2 huge things are right down here that I'm playing with currently. Our fairies. We got our 2 fairies, our 2 fairy babies in the last decade as well. Jason Quinn, who's now Bob. So what I want to achieve in the next decade, definitely get onto the property ladder fully. So purchasing the whole house, obviously with a mortgage naturally, unfortunately, but you know, we live in the real world. Who doesn't have a mortgage? But yeah, to get onto the whole property ladder, I think that's so important. To start saving for a pension. We haven't done that yet, which is shocking. We need to start doing that. We have all our life insurances and everything else, but we've just never actually had the money to be able to save for a pension. So that's something that I really want to work on. My husband needs to find a better job with more money naturally to enable us to save for a pension, and also to explore other avenues of income, and that's something that I really want to focus on because I'm hugely financially reliant on my husband, literally. And if for whatever reason he suddenly wasn't here, I would be in big trouble. So I need to protect myself. I've just given up, I guess, my career in order to be at home, which I don't regret at all, but I also need to protect myself for the future-proof myself, just in case, because you never know, no one knows what the future holds. And I have someone who's reliant completely on me, as in my daughter. So there are various things that I want to do to help with that. Learning and developing myself with new skills, upskilling, I guess you could say, to future-proof myself, all within obviously the home environment, because I don't want to go out to earn extra money. I'd rather do it within the home, and it's very possible. There are lots of women that do both, and do it very successfully. And you need to look at YouTube. A lot of people manage to do YouTube very successfully. So I'm not saying that that's it. I'm looking at YouTube. I mean, it's something that I definitely want to grow with, but that, you know, that's not what I'm thinking about at this point. I'm just going through all these different ideas of everything else of what I think is doable with the time slot that I have. What skills do I have that I can incorporate into that, and what new skills can I learn to develop? So that's basically my goal for the next, well, not decade, because I'm hoping it's going to be a lot faster than that, but at least the next year anyway, is to upskill, really hone in on what skills I do have that I can actually use to help financially our family within the confines of everything that I do already, and just continually planning to move to a better place and better area and everything else, because that's something that's so important. I really want to set roots, and I feel like I can't here because I don't like the area. I never have, and I really want to find somewhere that I like, that's right for my daughter, right for our family, and this is not the place. Let's just ignore that Quinn's doing that for 1 second because I need to finish this video. What are you doing, you tinker? She's a tinker, I tell you. She's so cute and adorable, but she is an absolute... Yes? Okay. She is an absolute... She's into everything. She's like the terrible toddler at 2, but multiplied by 1,000. So I've got some exciting ideas that hopefully you're going to appreciate and enjoy. I'm working on a big project currently right now, which I'll talk about more once it's ready. Hopefully you're going to enjoy them as much as I am enjoying making them, so we'll see. And I will see you in our next video. And I know that was very cryptic, but I don't want to give it out too much information, but until it's ready. But I'm excited about it, that's all I'm going to say. So I'll see you soon. Take care, bye for now.